Hey ho everyone, my name is Robert Sachse, I'm the founder of the little indie game studio called Intrinia, and you might know me as NeoSX as well. Before we start with the actual speedrun, I'd like to show you a really good but failed attempt while introducing you to the game. So if you're already familiar with the game and just here for the actual run, just skip to the timecode popping up now. So I made this game back in May 2019 after the YouTuber DOSgamer made a live stream where he played a Skunny game and complained about how bad they are. And I just thought, hey, let's make a new one just to torture him even more. And so I did. Yep, this is an intentionally bad spoof game. It has a lot of bugs and glitches, but they are not game breaking and it's supposed to be shitty, so I left them in because also I'm lazy. A major thing here though is the intentionally bad movement. I didn't want to go for delayed inputs or stuff like that because that would really suck. Instead I just added a lot of inertia to Skunny, which is quite annoying, but still you can get used to it and have at least some precise control. The game is freeware, made in Unity and should run fine on every Windows machine. You can download it directly from my website on intrinia.com. I also put a link in the description. I updated the game in April 2021 to give it an additional speedrun mode, which you're currently watching. The speedrun mode will start the game immediately without a loading screen, again because I'm lazy. Once the level has finished loading, the game will start and the built-in stopwatch on the top center of the screen will start, and it will stop automatically as soon as you reach the level exit. Also there is a black font saying Skunny in DOStalgia speedrun mode in the bottom left corner of the screen. And another thing in speedrun mode is that you can't access the option menu. Hitting escape will bring you back to the main menu immediately. I made this to prevent anyone from activating the cheats and also to make it more convenient to restart the run. And I muted the first music when you enter the level because that was just intentionally made to go on your nerves and we don't need this in a speedrun. Otherwise it's completely the same as the usual game, same content, bugs, enemies, glitches and everything. Alright, having said all this, let's start with the actual speedrun. Right after the level loaded, we just skip the first enemy, then go to the right corner to get enough speed to jump on the roof and from there on the cloud to jump over the big gap. It's easier than it looks, but with some practice you can do it too. The hop guy is actually the first RNG in the game. I got lucky there, but the direction of the nodes from this guy are completely RNG and can mess up your run really bad. And we're up to the first beer time. Getting all the beers is necessary to finish the game. They will remove invisible walls and give you different abilities. This one gives you double jump and beer forts, both of which you need. Using the beer fort, we can now get past the next enemy and inside of the house that makes insanes. If you have seen the old Asterix movies, you might get the reference. Anyways, now we have to get to the third floor as quickly as possible. Watch out for the spikes, they will kill you instantly. Once we're there, a good timed jump will get you through all the hazards safely and to the lady on the counter, which will give you the first keycard. Use your beer fort to skip her monologue and just fort her away. Okay, time for some trivia. Unity doesn't come with a tile system, so every block of wall and floor is placed by hand, which is also why they aren't aligned perfectly. The keycard will give you access to the first floor, where we encounter another enemy. This one can be defeated by jumping on the head, but if he's on the left side, you're better off using a beer fort like I did. Again, lady on the counter, skip her monologue with a well-placed fort. Now we have the keycard for the fourth floor. This floor has some nasty spikes. Maybe it's possible to get through the spikes faster, but with Skunny's terrible inertia I prefer to play it safe here and jump over them one by one. The super nut on the left side will give you back all lives and health, but I didn't need it so I skipped it. Now down to the second floor to get the last keycard. And I missed a jump here, so there's a lot of room for improvements. And it's the hop guy again. Yeah, again, his nodes are completely RNG, just wait for a node to drop and then just jump in. The milk bottle will give you all 5 beer forts again, so make sure to get it. Don't ask me why the milk gives you beer forts, because I don't know either. I just needed the item to do this. So finally we have the last keycard for the 5th floor. And as you can see, even though I made this game and had some practice, I struggle with the controls. But once we made it to the last floor, a good timed jump will get us over the spikes, and then it's time for Technicum.
What the hell? Keycard?
Great.
I don't need no fucking keycard.
Wait, but...
My balls, your face. Suck it down.
No!
Oh yeah, there's more where that came from.
Okay, I'm gonna tell the boss about this.
Pussy. Oh yeah, it's ass-kicking time.
It's actually possible to skip the whole cube scene. If you jump in one of the spikes on the 4th floor, dying Skunny could go through the ceiling and activate the trigger. But then you have to make your way up from the start of the building again. So it's probably faster just to wait. And then we are up for the first boss fight, the Hypnotoad. But before that, there's a little secret room you might know from Biomanas. I'm getting there to get a souvenir to get full health again, because the boss has the same RNG as the hop guy. Using the beer forts will kill every momentum you have, so I use it to get on top of the toad very quickly. Once we manage to jump on its head enough times, it will explode because reasons and give us a passage called A38. Another trivia: I never had a plan for the level layout to begin with, just made everything up on the fly, and the whole idea of this building was just to have some vertical gameplay with some doors. So now that we have the last keycard, we can exit the building and get to the next part of the level. That is, if I manage to get through the door. Again, there's a lot of room for improvements. Anyways, we can just ignore poor Guybrush and Bodja and go straight to the next beer. Yay! This beer should give us turbo farts, which are actually projectiles, but somehow they don't seem to work in this build. I don't know why, but that's the reason I farted them all away and nothing happens. But they are not necessary and we will get some later, so I just continue to run. We are now entering the forest. You might know the background from Commander Keen 4. Anyways, the forest is just straightforward and you can skip basically all of the enemies there. With some good placed jumps, I think you could skip almost all of it in no time. One thing is important here though. The cakes don't only give you back a bit of health, but also reset your respawn point. So if you are dying, you will respawn where you eat the last cake, or the start of the forest, or some other spawn point, depending on where you are. Some trivia again. Once I got to make the forest, I asked people in the DOStalgia Discord if they want to voice an enemy in the game. Only a few people responded, and that's kind of the reason why there are only 2 types of robots in the forest. The little guy was voiced by Wisefire and the big one by Mushy. Also, one of the Romans was voiced by Kellingal and the other by DOStalgia. I think they did a great job, and thanks again for that to you guys. I got a bit of bad luck here again, but I really think with some good strategy and some good placed jumps you can get through it much quicker. Anyways, we're up to the next boss encounter, and guess what? It's me! Somehow I turned into the Biomanas robot as well. And again, I got unlucky here, but I placed some cakes on the sides to help you out. If you have some beer throats left, well, you could use them to stop your momentum and get some good hits on me. Wink wink. Once you finish me off, you could skip the hop guy and the snake with a good placed jump, and then we are up to the last beer. Yay! With this beer everything changes. The music you hear is a cover of the boss theme of Giana Sisters, which is a rip-off of the first Super Mario game, and even though I'm lazy, I put a lot of effort in this to sync the game perfectly to the score. By the way, the stuff Skunny just says, you might notice from another game, smarter, aggressive, stuff like that. They have tentacle? So suddenly the game turns into an auto-scroller and everything you can collide with will hurt you. So watch out for that and keep it low profile. Even though the collectible upgrades on the higher pass are there, I recommend flying low and make sure you collect everything you can get. Keep in mind though, Skunny only can pick up stuff if he is not on a cooldown. I got lucky there and got them all, so we are maxed out here. Time for the final boss. So last enemy. Bard has 3 stages. First is simple, just shoot the guns popping out of his head and you're good. After that he opens his mouth and reveals another gun, because he can. But just shoot it directly, don't care for hits, easy peasy stuff. Third stage is a bit tricky though. Don't try to hit him directly or otherwise he will go for you. You have to shoot him either from the top or the bottom and evade facing him directly. Once you got that, he will explode and then it's up to you to get as quickly as you can to the right side of the screen to reach the level exit. And even though it will run away from you, as soon as you hit it, the timer will stop and you got the time for your run. You can now relax and enjoy the rest of the game. And yeah, that's it. I will submit this to GDQ as the initial run, and I hope this gives you a push to try it out yourself. Again, this game is free and the link is in the description. Pretty sure you can beat my time with some practice, so let me know if you do. Leave me a comment or contact me on my website intrinia.com. You can also find me in the DOSgamer Discord, link is also in the description. Anyways, thanks for watching and have a nice day.